Let me see if I can set this up right. Just give it a minute for people to show up, and then we can talk about Chemtrails Over the Country Club, Lana Del Rey's new album that came out today. It leaked about 2 weeks ago, but I didn't actually listen to it. Like, I'll confess that I did kind of try, but I never listened to it. I couldn't find it. So I just listened to it for the first time today. So I'm really still processing it, um, thinking about certain songs. I have some favorites, some possible favorites. So just give it a minute, see who shows up. I know a couple of people said they were going to. So we'll just. I've been using glass straws and they're great, but sometimes if they get stuck in the can, it sounds horrible when you pull it out. Unrelated, but we're talking about Chemtrails Over the Country Club. My hair is a mess, and I really like this album. I think that I need a little more time to like process it and fully understand the lyrics because I haven't read through the lyrics yet, and sometimes like her pronunciation isn't the easiest for me to understand, but I really do like it so far. I think that it was a good move after Norman fucking Rockwell because I think a lot of people really like that one. So I don't know. I really like the vibe of this album. I like what she's been doing lately. So yeah. Hey, I really like it. I love Norman fucking Rockwell, but there was like one thing. Oh, it's oh wait, I just um do you the time switched. Like it was daylight savings time. I think that is that just an American thing? No, wait, I'm so confused. Is I know there's some states in the US that just don't observe daylight savings time. I don't know. I really let me see. Which countries? It's like 5:30 PM for me right now. Which countries? Oh, interesting. I'm glad that you opened YouTube and saw. I didn't even think about that. I just was like, "Oh, 5:30." Weird. I mean, I knew that it's not, like, only America, but I also didn't know which country specifically. That is interesting. Huh, interesting. But yeah, it's, daylight savings time, which means it's 5:30 right now instead of, like, 4:30, which it normally is. So, sorry about the confusion, but I'm glad that you are here and that we can talk about, um, Chemtrails Over the Country Club. Um, oh, okay. Yeah. I'll try to schedule the live stream in advance because I think maybe then I don't have to do the thinking when it comes to scheduling it. You can just see it in your YouTube app or whatever. I'll figure it out. Um, yeah, basically look up uh, if you look up the time in Washington, D.C., that's the time zone I'm on. So just look up the time in Washington, D.C. I will be live at like 5:30 on Fridays, Washington, D.C. time. But yeah, I've been loving chemtrails as well. I didn't have a chance to listen to it early. I don't know if you guys listened to the leak. I'll admit that I did kind of try, but I downloaded one and it was literally like the first couple notes of a song and then screaming. So I didn't like that. I didn't like that. It scared me. And I was like, well, this is a sign I shouldn't continue to look for it. So I just waited until today and I've been listening to it. I really like it. And let me pull up the track list so I don't forget anything. I like the title track. I actually like when, what was the worst rollout, Norman fucking Rockwell or Chemtrails? Chemtrails, and the reason I say that because 'cause they're both bad. They were both terrible rollouts, but the reason I say Chemtrails is worse is that Lana kept saying bad like, I don't know, she kept saying the wrong thing, and I don't know, she just wouldn't stop saying things that were offensive to people. I don't know. And it wasn't as late because I think Norman fucking Rockwell was, like, at least a solid year and a half late. Chemtrails wasn't that late. I wasn't that excited about this one either, but I think I like it a lot more than I expected. I just, I don't know exactly what it is, but there's something about, like, the rhythm of the song Chemtrails Over the Country Club. It has, like, a slightly, like, darker tone and feel to it. I really liked it. I totally agree with that comment. I feel like it's a sister album to Norman fucking Rockwell. I feel like it's, like I don't know exactly how to describe it, but in terms of, like, Lana's entire discography, Chemtrails feels, like, more in the vein of Ultraviolence, which I really liked. I really loved Ultraviolence, this feels like an evolution of that. Yeah, it's totally like Evermore and Folklore, they're, like they're similar, but I don't know, this had, like, a little bit of a darker tone to it, and I really like it. There's my other favorite song, let me make sure. Let me pull up the track list. Sorry, I have terrible allergies right now, so I'm sorry if I'm, like, sniffling. Um, the song that I really liked was track number 6, which is "Dark But Just a Game." I just really thought that song was beautiful. That might be one of my favorites. And the cover of "For Free" I thought was really great too. Um, I really liked it. "Tulsa Jesus Freak" was fine. Um, "Let Me Love You Like a Woman" and Tulsa Jesus Freak, or it could be from Norman fucking Rockwell. I kind of agree with that because somebody was talking about how Tulsa Jesus Freak used to be called White Hot Forever, and the original name of this album was White Hot Forever, which I think would have been a good name, honestly. I don't know. I like that name. Chemtrails Over the Country Club is very specific though. Did you guys get an email about the like virtual experience that they have? Let me pull it up. I forget what they're calling it, but I got an email that was like, "Join Lana Del Rey Village." I was like, "What? What, like, in the WandaVision, like, is this?" But, if you didn't where is it? I can't find it now, but it's basically, like it's a store. It's kind of a cute idea for a website, though, like, I haven't seen anything that creative in a long time. Like, you log in, and then you can go on a tour of this, like, 50s town, and, like, the theater is where you can watch the music videos, and in the apothecary, you can buy candles. I didn't buy anything. I'm kind of on a no-spend thing. I'm really trying to save money right now, so I'm not spending, but I was tempted. I was a little bit tempted by the candles because I love candles. But the rest of the merch, like, I like it, I'm just not feeling it. I'm trying to be more, like, intentional about what I buy because 'cause I've bought too much stuff lately. Um, but I didn't buy anything. Which vinyl? So I think I had told you that I, at one point, had ordered, like, the CD or whatever package, and then I think the silver vinyl from her store. I actually canceled that order. I was like, I don't actually want the CD thing. So I ordered the Urban Outfitters edition. It has not shipped yet. So I'm waiting for that. Oh, yours arrived? How is it? Like, is it like which one did you get first of all? Because I like all the different colors that they had, but the Urban Outfitters one, like that sage green color, that's one of my favorite colors, so I really wanted it. I haven't seen if it's delayed. Like, I haven't got an email notification, but I wouldn't be shocked if my Urban Outfitters one was delayed. They're, like, literally always delayed. But the transparent one, cool. I saw a couple people who ordered from her store had gotten it already, but I have not got mine. I ordered all. That's a I understand. I mean, obviously, I did that with Taylor, everything Taylor's ever done. Yeah, see, that's kind of why I did for Folklore, um, is that I just got all of them because I'm like, I can sell them if I don't want them later, but it's easier to get them up front, and if you're not sure which edition you want and you can afford to get them, I don't see the problem. You can always sell the ones that you decide you don't want later on, but I just got the urban one, but I don't know. I like it being transparent if it's a black and white theme. Yeah, I was thinking about this because when the album was called White Hot Forever, which I still think is like the best name, someone on Reddit made a mock-up album cover, like vinyl packaging example, and it was black and white with like the text or the vinyl being in this cool like orangey shade. I don't know. I thought it was like a cool like the white and orange thing. It might not sound as cool as it was, but it was a cool thing, and I just loved the whole concept of White Hot Forever. Thoughts on the cover? I don't like the Chemtrails cover, like the standard one. I don't actually like hate it, but I just don't have anything to say about it. Does that make sense? I'm just like I don't know. This is another thing I wish she hadn't, like, been so opinionated about because I feel like it came off really badly when, I don't know. Like, I kind of understand what I think she was going for, like, it was that it's supposed to be, like, a '50s aesthetic, but basically, I don't know, there's so many I like the Target alternative version, to be honest. There's a lot of pictures that were better than this one, you're right. It just it's not artistic, I guess. Yeah, I think that's kind of what it is. It feels just like just a picture. Like, I know she's like, "These are my friends." I'm like, "Okay, what does that have to do with this album?" I don't know. Um, it's I like that it's black and white, I'll say that, but, I don't know. I think her visuals used to be much more interesting. I agree. I like the musical journey she's been going on, and I like the way her music sounds now a lot. But there's something so like magical and cinematic about her earlier work that just isn't there anymore. Like, I don't know exactly how to say it without sounding like I'm criticizing her because I do really like what she's been doing right now. But the way her music and her art used to be so immersive, I don't know if that makes sense. But like it could just be, like, where I was in my life, it could just be that I was, like, on Tumblr and, like, 19 and all of this stuff, but her work was, like, so much more immersive, and now it's just, "Oh, I can listen in on the radio and then, like, move on with my day." Like, it doesn't grip me as much, like, I don't know. I think you guys might know what I'm saying. Lana doesn't care that much. Well, she's not really doing promo. I liked her music video or not or her album trailers. The Ultraviolence one, I still remember the first time I saw that. I love that. I hope she does return to that cinematic persona. This definitely feels like a natural place to do that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like, this would have been a natural and easy way to have more cinematic music videos, especially with the '50s motif. I fear this time she'll take a lot of time off. I thought she would after Norman fucking Rockwell, if I'll be honest. Like, I didn't know we'd get an album so soon, but I'm just noticing on the Wikipedia page it says part of these songs were recorded in 2015. I didn't realize that before. Which ones were recorded earlier? It literally doesn't say. Huh? Does anybody know? It says, like, recorded in 2015. Interesting. This time she said she has no tracks left for the next album, which is unusual. Yeah, I don't know, I wouldn't be surprised if she took time off. She seems really, like, sick of people, and, like, part of that, like, to be oh, yeah, you're right. Um, that one, that was an older track as well. An older, I mean, like, a fan favorite that people wanted her to release for a while. Um, I don't know. I'm trying to think, about what she's gonna do later. Hello. We're just talking about, the recording of Chemtrails and if we think Lana is going to release another album soon or if she's gonna take a break. I think that's where we were at. How are you guys feeling about those breathy vocals in White Dress? I'm conflicted. I like them, but it took me a minute, I'll be honest. Like, I remember you, yeah. Um, have you listened to Chemtrails? I like, I don't know. I think Lana loves making music and art, obviously, but I don't know that I think she's just, like, tired. White Dress was off-putting, people in Lana boards love it. I liked it. I did. It's not my favorite song, but I did like it. I've seen a lot of people on Reddit say that they like White Dress, but they kind of, like, they had hesitations about it that they got over. I don't know if it's, like, one of my least favorites, but it is interesting, and I like that. Let me see. My favorites are definitely Dark Majestic Game, I like Chemtrails, I like Yosemite, and I like the cover of For Free. But this entire album is, like, written by and produced by Jack Antonoff. Um, album outros are getting oh, no, song outros. Yeah. Um I don't know why, but I didn't like, I was kinda surprised, like, I felt like this album was really short. I know it's not that short, but it felt short to me. I don't know why. What do you guys think about the For Free cover? I really liked it. People say they don't like it. I really like it. I thought it was kind of a cool thing that she ended the album with a cover because she used to do that all the time, you know? And I really liked that. But and I like it's a Joni Mitchell song. I think that's really cool. I haven't seen that many people have negative or positive feedback about it. Um, but I think that it was good. And I like that it was Zella Day and is it Wise Blood? Is that how you say it? I just thought that it was good. Mm. Adele's cover of Love Song. I don't know if I've heard that, but I do like Adele. It's usually pretty hard for me to pick favorites from Milana album, but it's easy for this one. Wild at Heart, Dark, but just a game in Yosemite. Yeah, I forgot about Wild at Heart. I really like that song. The like part of the album where if not All Who Wander Are Lost was like later on and it went from Wild at Heart, but just a game to Yosemite, I would be really happy. Like that would be a perfect little part of the album for me. It does feel kind of sparse, but I think the long rollout and the fact that we got "Let Me Love You Like a Woman" what feels like a while ago. I guess it was only in October, but it feels like so long ago. So weird. When did she first announce this? Let me see. Oh, it was only August of 2019. Weird. It feels like it was years ago. I'm still processing this album. Like, I'm the kind of person who can't make instant decisions. Um, but I need to absorb. Least favorite track? I guess White Dress. I don't know if I hate that song though, but I don't think it's like as good. You know what I mean? Mm. I wonder if it's a project and there's something else coming soonish. I don't know. I was trying to think because you know how like a while ago, she said that she was always like, "Oh, I'm working on this album and I'm writing my poetry book and I'm doing this, I'm doing that." Like I haven't heard her say anything lately about what she's working on. Is she writing another book? But yeah, yeah, yeah. I am so tired. I can't pronounce anything. Melancholic, the Norman fucking Rockwell. Is that how you pronounce it? That is the word that I was looking for. Like it has I don't know, like, the cadence of the song Chemtrails, like, that kind of, like, melancholy, like, you've heard the song if you have, but, oh, right. What was that supposed to be? Behind the Iron Gates, Lana? Second book of poetry. I liked her poetry. I don't know if you guys read it, and but I listened to it, and I that was the first way I experienced it, and I liked that. I always like to hear poetry. Reading poetry, I enjoy, but there's something about hearing it that I prefer because you hear like the emotion, you hear whatever it is, like the little cadences and the little emphasis that the author wants to put on it. But I love the audiobook. Yeah, the I have the hard copy because I I couldn't not. Lana is one of the artists that I totally, like, collect for, but I haven't actually read through the whole book. I've just listened to the audiobook a few times, and I like it. Um, Patent Leather Do-Over, I like that name of a poem. I forgot about that. The only Lana song I've listened to is the collab she did with Ariana Grande and Miley Cyrus. Well, I'm trying to think what Lana songs I would recommend to you to start with then. Did you like that song, the song she did with Ariana and Miley? I'm trying to think what like the best I think Norman fucking Rockwell as an album is likely one of her best and one of the ones that are like the most accessible and by accessible I mean like easiest to get into. Um but if anyone has any ideas of, like, what do you think is, like, the best Lana Del Rey song to recommend to someone who hasn't really listened to her? I just wanna share. Um, favorite song on the album was Break Up Slowly. Oh, High by the Beach is good. Listen to yeah, Honeymoon might be one of the good ones because, like you said earlier, all of Lana's albums have a different vibe, and that's one of the things I think we all kind of like about her is the world she builds around each of her albums. But I would say if you want I mean, they're all good for their own reason. Everyone hates the voice from the other singer. Well, Breaking Up Slowly, I've only listened to a few times so far. The lyrics are on the vinyl includes the lyrics? That's good. I don't know when I'm gonna receive mine, maybe in, like, a couple months, and I'll let you know what the Urban Outfitters one has. The Greatest is a great intro to liking Lana. Ooh, I love the song The Greatest, it's so good. I'm too busy listening to Lady Gaga all my life to listen to Lana. I do love Lady Gaga as well, so I can't hate on that too much. But Lana's really great too. Remember the song she wrote about Lady Gaga, like, years ago? That was weird. Um, yeah, the outro for Greatest is interesting. It does drag on for a while, but I like it. I love the song. Oh, you bought the Target one? Cool. I didn't, but I was thinking about it. I just have so many versions of the same, like, Lana and Taylor records that I was kinda like, maybe I should chill a little bit, but let me know how the pressing is. I'm curious because if it's good, then I might buy it. We'll see. I like the cover of the Target one so much because this cover, I like that it's black and white. I feel like it should be, but the picture itself is whatever. We'll see. I might grab it. We'll see. The Urban Outfitters and Target ones are so different. Yeah, the Target one, I kind of wish I mean, I get it that Target's colors are red, so that's why all their vinyl is red, but I kinda wish it was that the Target cover, but the record itself was like a marbled blue or something cool. I don't know. I really like the Target cover, but the red vinyl just always throws me off. The Folklore record, the Target one, I I bought mine in store, so I didn't have to wait for it that long, but I definitely waited a while for the ones I ordered from a store. The Evermore record, I ordered the Evermore record from Taylor's store, the dark green one, like, the day it was announced, and I have not bought the Target one. The reason for that is I have not decided yet if I wanna pre-order it to ship to me or if I wanna just the day it's released, like, order it for pickup in store or just go pick it up from the store. Because I really have waited so long for different Taylor records. Do you guys think we're getting a Fearless Taylor record at Target or any kind of exclusive for Fearless? I don't know. I definitely bought the vinyl edition from her store. If it's cheaper, maybe cancel the green vinyl from Taylor's store and order it from Target. Yeah, I might. I got the Urban Norman Rockwell, and honestly, it's not that cute of a cover. Is that the pink one? Because I like that pink vinyl a lot, but that cover is just so, like, word art in, like, 5th grade when you're like, "I'm making something cool to put on MySpace." And I love that, but also it's terrible, but I love it. I don't know if that makes any sense, but the Urban Outfitters cover for that is so much. I love I feel like the picture for that black and white, not black and white, but the one with her and her few friends, it's, like, cool and witchy, but then they put the text on it. I'm like, "What are you doing?" I don't know. I feel like it was intentionally supposed to be like that, but at the same time, like, girl, you have resources to do better than that. I don't know. I love Lana, but, like, is she a mess? Yes. What else is coming out? I hate album artwork on the vinyl label. Do you guys feel like artists don't care as much about packaging things well? Like, I don't know. I feel like they just don't do a good job with like picking a really cool album cover and whatever. I will say for Fearless though, I love the picture they picked for the album cover because, like, obviously Fearless is a re-release, so it's like a tribute to the original cover, so I love that, but, like, I just feel like covers just aren't that good. There's a Fearless CD box set. Did I miss this? I'm so excited for this. There's a Fearless box set from Big Machine. I don't see one from, the re-release, and I'm not gonna buy it because I don't like Big Machine. It's tempting though, but I'm not going to. It's on Target? Is it just the CD and it, like, comes with pictures and stuff? Let me see. There's a Fearless Taylor's version Target exclusive CD. Yeah, okay, so it comes okay, cool. It includes a poster and with some photos. Okay. I'll get this for sure. If it's different than the one she's offering. It kinda sucks if they don't care about the album cover packaging because I love getting their full vision through the music and the imagery. Same, that's one thing, like that's why I love a lot of the artists that I love, like Gaga and Lana, is I feel like and why I like a lot of pop music, honestly, is because I feel like there's so much emphasis on, like, the aesthetics and the creative whatever around the album, and I just feel like that's been lacking, not just for, like, Taylor, or Lana, or Gaga, or anything, but I just feel like, I don't know, overall, it's just not as much of a thing, like, 10 years ago, these big eras and staying in character and doing all of these weird experimental things was such a big thing. I'm still mad about the Chromatica vinyl. Did somebody tell me I think it was you, told me about Record Store Day, there being a Chromatica version that had, like, real packaging? I know the list isn't out yet, but I think it was you. You told me about the ru I don't know if it's a rumor or what it was, but yeah, I'll definitely add that to my list. I have 2 versions of Chromatica because I really like the album, but I truly, truly I hate the lack of a proper what's the word? Sleeve? I hate it so much. A box set for Ultraviolence. I loved Ultraviolence. I love that, like, rockier aesthetic and, sound that she was doing, but Chromatica is coming on Black Vinyl after Record Store Day. You know what I also feel like Record Store Day has been lacking lately? I don't know. There's been some cool stuff, but I understand also it probably has something to do with the pandemic right now going forward, because like, production issues and stuff like that, but I don't know, we can still make digital versions that are cool. I don't know. I regret so much that I didn't get the box set and not even the UB version. I always like, the reason I ordered the Chemtrails box set, I canceled it because I was like, "I don't need this or want this." Maybe I should have gotten it, but, the reason I ordered it in the first place is I still, like, regret not buying it must have been the Ultraviolence, um, box set. It was a CD box set that I just regretted not buying because it was so expensive to get later, and I don't know. I didn't own a record player at that time is the only reason I didn't get it. That's fair. I feel like until you got really into collecting records, you don't always know or understand, like, how collecting records work, obviously, and you don't know that they're gonna get more expensive later. People don't do vinyl box sets that often, do they? The last one I got the Fame Monster Lady Gaga one, which is really cool, but that was a re-release, so the last box that I personally got was What was it called? Haley Williams' album, Petals for Flowers? What was it called? That was like a 10-inch box set. I liked it. I thought it was really well packaged. I like it when you open it and it feels like you're opening a present and it feels like a special experience. Like the Chromatica one was like not box set, but the Chromatica vinyl was like, "Here, take it." And I want one that's like exciting and special and cool to open. I don't know. I want to feel like the artist is excited about it too. I don't always feel that anymore. The Duo one is more of a book. I don't have any box sets except for the Lana one. Trying to think what else I have. The other box sets that I have are the um, one for Hamilton and one for In the Heights, two musicals that I like, and I mean, those are musicals, so like, of course, those are big box sets with like three full records that are double sided and full of songs. So four. I think the Hamilton one is four records. But yeah, I don't get that many box sets. But yeah, I haven't like got into it, but I'm like really trying to like pay off my debt and save money right now. Like it's a big personal goal, so I'm not buying as much vinyl. So I canceled the CD pre-order, and my boyfriend was like, "I'm proud of you." I'm like, "I'm proud of me too," but at the same time, I was like, "It's gonna be pricey later." But I don't really listen to CDs very often, so I don't know. Vinyl's getting expensive. Have you guys noticed this? Like, it's getting pricey. Like, when I started collecting vinyl, I feel like the average, like, normal record was anywhere from $15 to, like, 25 and 30 was, like, an expensive record. I remember seeing Nevermind. Like, the reason I didn't have Nirvana's Nevermind in my collection for a long time was because they were charging $35 for it new, and I was like, "Ugh, that's so much. It's ridiculous." I eventually got it for $20 at Target, I think, and it was good. Yeah, $22 is like a cheap, affordable record now, whereas when I first started collecting, I was in college, I was in Portland, Oregon, which if you're not familiar, it is definitely a town with a lot of record stores, so I could buy a lot of stuff secondhand or just new, but at decent prices, but no more, I guess. I paid $40 for the Fearless one, but I think that's 3 CDs, 3, records, so I get it, maybe a little bit. What's the most I've ever paid for a record? I definitely paid, including shipping, about $250 for the, Taylor Swift debut Record Store Day edition. It comes on, like, this cool blue vinyl. I made a video about it on TikTok. Suffocating. I have really bad allergies right now, if you missed the part where I was talking about that. So I'm, like, really scratchy. Anyways, $250 for the Taylor Swift debut, but, like, the 1989 Record Store Day edition, um, costs, like, $500, and I love Taylor, but not that much. I don't have that much money even if I did wanna spend it. So, that is probably a thing. Oregon is kind of a hipster hub, isn't it? Kind of, yeah. A little bit, I don't know what it's like now. I lived there 10 years ago, so I definitely can't speak to it now. I haven't been back very much lately, but yeah, it totally was. Yeah, a lot of like record stores, and I don't know if you've ever seen Portlandia. People who are in Portland, like they're always like, Portlandia is not accurate. I'm like, Yes, it kind of is though. Parts of it are. I would say if you ever watch the show Portlandia, like 40% of sketches are, like, really accurate, and the other are just, like, random, and they put them in the show because they have a show, not because it's, like, Portland specific, but I used to, like, volunteer at that feminist bookstore. I don't know, there was, like, a Doctor Who themed diner I used to go to all the time. It was a good time, I miss Portland. Um, Yeah, 1989 is pricey. Somebody on when I posted the Taylor Swift debut record, like the expensive one on TikTok, I was like, "Oh, I got this for so much," and people were like, um, "Oh, I found the 1989 one for $20," and at first I was like, "Really?" But then I realized that I found the red Record Store Day edition for 20 bucks in a record store. Sometimes people get lucky, and record stores don't necessarily know how much some of these records are worth. So, if you're, like, trying to find the Taylor Swift Record Store Day editions or anything, just, like, literally check every small independent record store that you come across, and you might run into it. Because I think the red Record Store Day one is, like, 150, $170 on Discogs right now. Yeah, I would totally do a stream about my vinyl at some point. I do some of those on TikTok. I've been trying to do some streams. You can't save your streams on TikTok, which is frustrating. Um, oh my gosh, I forgot. This sounds ridiculous. I forgot that we were red re-recording, which meant like new imagery, new everything. I'm barely processing Fearless. If you know me, you probably know that I love Fearless, and it like means a lot to me. It came out when I was in high school, so I associate it with like it was like the age to be when you first hear Fearless, if that makes sense. So I'm really excited to relive those days, kind of, and I love the aesthetics. I love everything about it. I'm so excited to hear the unreleased songs. I think 1989 is coming next, though, just because we heard a snippet of Wildest Dreams and the ad for Spirit or whatever that was. I forgot, but I'm excited. Obviously, I love Taylor Swift. It's not a shocker, but yeah, I think my like big three artists are like Taylor, Lana, and I don't know. Taylor and Lana are like my big two, actually. I'm curious when she'll drop the debut because I think it's the record people are least excited about. Part of me thinks it's like gonna be last, just because it's like her name. Does that make sense? I've seen people talk about that theory, and I think it's like, oh yeah, Courtney Love for sure. I'm excited for Red, but I feel like she might wait a little bit because there's so much hype about like a long version of All Too Well and all that stuff. Um, but we'll see. I'm really excited either way. I wish there was more merch. Do you know what I mean? I don't think she'll end on a low note with the debut. That's fair. I think like the theory about it being the last one because of the name, like that makes sense to me. But then I'm also like, maybe she'll end with Red because that's such a big fan favorite. I don't know. I feel like we'll get more than one this year. Like I don't think she'll wait like a full year in between them because these are the re-recordings are not necessarily like, you know, a full album release. They don't need years to breathe in a tour. But I wonder. I wonder what we'll get in terms of touring. Like, what is she gonna tour for next? I know we're not probably not getting Loverfest, even though I was excited for it. I know that album like has some goofy songs on it, but like I liked it and I was excited to see it perform. Red will be 4 LPs if she adds bonus tracks. Yeah, I think the idea is to add bonus tracks to all of them, although I don't know if that's a fact. Was Red her longest one? I know that there's rumors. I don't think this is actually real, but like people have said that there's a 10-minute version of All Too Well, so maybe like longer versions of some of those songs. I don't think it's actually 10 minutes. I think she said we recorded a version of All Too Well that was like 10 minutes long. Which that's kind of like hyperbole. Ugh. Do we know how many bonus tracks Fearless is getting? 6. But we don't know anything about them. Like, we don't know which ones. There's a lot of speculation, a lot of cool unreleased tracks and demos from that era that I would love to see. I made a TikTok about it a while ago. I can't remember every song I put in, but like Nevermind is one that I really like, an unreleased Taylor song. Oh, and no, I have not heard Madison Beer's albums. I haven't really listened to her that much. What I have heard, I've liked, but I've only heard like 3 songs. If there's a 10-minute version, she'll, drop it. I feel like there's, like I feel like what she was saying with that was that there was, like, a lot of different verses and potential verses and things that, um, she had written, and maybe she'll, like, just record a version that just, like, goes on. People would listen. People would buy that. If she's smart, and she is, she'll make, like, a single, a picture disc, whatever, just for, like, All Too Well. Does anyone buy the beach towels? I love Taylor, but, like, not enough to buy a beach towel. Let's see, I'm pulling up the record and seeing, um you never heard the second half of Red. Maybe by the time I finally put together my Red video essay, I'll convince you to listen to the whole thing. Okay, so the oh, I didn't read this carefully. So Fearless, Taylor's version, vinyl, also includes Today Was a Fairy Tale. I missed that the first time I read this. So it includes every track on Fearless. It includes all of the bonus tracks from the like platinum edition, I think it was called. Um, so Superstar, which I love. And I didn't realize it included Today Was a Fairy Tale. I know some people don't like the song, but I do. I love a lot of songs that people don't like. So, and there's 6 bonus tracks that we don't know what they are, but they just say from the vault. You don't know any track from Fearless except Love Story? I need to make like a video essay on that one. One day I'll finish the Teenage Dream one. I was thinking about that the other day. Fearless has Fearless 15, Love Story, Hey Steven, White Horse, You Belong With Me, Breathe, Tell Me Why, You're Not Sorry, The Way I Loved You, Forever and Always, The Best Day, Change, and then some bonus tracks, which are really good. I feel like in a way it's like her iconic album. Like a lot of the songs on here people know, they're still I don't know. I feel like a lot of these songs were I don't know, really popular. So much new music. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for the bonus tracks. I don't want to listen to the original version because I might then dislike the new recording. That's fair. I mean, vocally, obviously she's improved a lot since Fearless came out. So you might want to wait and like listen to it. And like that I'm jealous. I'm jealous actually. You get to experience it like it's a new album. Listening to Yosemite right now, it's so beautiful. I do like that song. Though, I was thinking about how Yosemite was left off of Lust for Life because she said it was, like, too happy. I don't know, I feel like that's nice that she included it now. I don't know. I don't know, but to be fair, I don't like country. Oh, yeah, we talked about that. You, don't like country music as much, but there's some songs that are pretty good. Yeah, just wait until the till the 9th. I took the April 9th off, I'm serious. I took it off so that I could, just stay up late, listen to the album, and sleep in and not have to worry about it. I didn't tell anyone at work that's why I was taking the day off, but they probably figure it out when they see Taylor's releasing an album. They just expect me to take a day off. My coworkers understand. Melancholic, kinda happy song. Yeah, I feel like a lot of Chemtrails is kinda like that. Um, I like that. It's kind of a melancholic version of Norman fucking Rockwell, if that makes sense. What are my thoughts on Yosemite? I wasn't one of the ones that was, like, hyping it necessarily because I actually didn't really hear it back in the day when I guess it leaked or something, but I was excited to hear it because I wanted to know what the hype was about, but, I mean, I liked it. It's a really pretty song. I don't know. I think it's interesting and, like, nice when artists put fan favorites onto their albums, like Taylor with Sparks Fly, Lana with the Yosemite or, like, Best American Record and songs like that. It's pretty good. I'm still, like, processing, like I said, but, it's a much better fit for Chemtrails. I agree. I, um I definitely wanna keep listening to it more. The first half of the album, I feel like I've started to process, but, like, the second half, I haven't had as much time to listen to. I am in, such a bad habit of, like, listening to an album, and then when I find a song I really like, I just keep listening to it. So, I barely got past, Dark, but what's it I don't what is the full title? Track 6. I remember that. But I did like it. Do you want Lana to switch producers? Maybe. I feel like I like a lot of the songs Jack Antonoff produces. Let me think how to phrase this accurately. Because he's obviously worked with a lot of people that I like Lord or Taylor or Lana. Jack Antonoff, when he's good, he's fantastic. And then sometimes it just, I don't know. But a lot of the things that Jack Antonoff likes to do in his production and songwriting, in my opinion, he tends to do a lot. So sometimes I feel like maybe it's cool to, like, work with other people as well as Jack Antonoff. I feel like Lana and Jack got to the point where they should take a break because it's getting repetitive. Because like, that's what I think, but, like, that's just my opinion. I wish they put Pawn Shop Blues on it. Didn't make sense to me that they didn't because Chuck posted a re-recording. I never understand any marketing around Lana. What was his name? The one she worked with for Ultraviolence? It was D the name is, like, on the tip of my tongue. Dan something? Lana has so many, like, fantastic unreleased songs that I really like. Um, I sorry, I my mouse was hovering over the album cover of Ultraviolence on Wikipedia, and I saw what the alt text was, and it's the alt text for the album cover of Ultraviolence is a black and white photo of a fair-skinned, dark-haired woman wearing a sheer white V-neck t-shirt and a white strapless bra standing beside a car. Her hand is resting on the open left car door and the word ultraviolence stylized in all capital letters is placed in the lower part of the picture. I write a lot of alt text for work, so now I'm like reevaluating how I should be writing alt text. Dan Auerbach? I don't know how to pronounce that properly, but um yeah, he's the one who produced Ultraviolence, and I liked his production a lot. But she has, like, fantastic unreleased songs, and sometimes I like her unreleased music more than some of her, like, actual released songs, and, let me see, there's lists of, like, hundreds of unreleased Lana songs if you haven't listened to them. You have so much to, like, listen to. I love listening to artists, like, unreleased stuff, demos. If you've never listened to the song, what is it? It's the demo of Freak. Go listen to it because I love it because, it's in the outro of my honeymoon video essay. I just love it. I really like Serene Queen, is that what it's called? Oh, I forgot about Jimmy Necco, remember that? 1949, I really like that one too. Jimmy Necco, I forgot about that song. Axl Rose Husband. Did I ever tell you guys about how my friend Taya and I, because we love Lana so much, and she wrote a song called Axl Rose Husband, we wrote a song called Pete Wentz Husband about obviously Pete Wentz. That was a great song. Maybe we should make an official version. Hmm. She's written so many unreleased songs. So Legit is the Lady Gaga diss diss track allegedly. Um, You Blue nail polish. I love, like, the motifs Lana puts in all of her music, like blue nail polish and I don't know, whatever else it was. I just love all the little things she repeats throughout her music. Children of the Bad Revolution is one that I like as well a lot. Um, mm, Big Eyes, that is such a beautiful song. I love that one so much. And Once Upon a Dream. Um, Her voice is so suited to, like, that sound. She's so good at writing, like, movie songs, like, Young and Beautiful is incredible. I was listening to that the other day, and not just her voice and the lyrics, but, like, the instrumentals behind it are, like, stunning. So, so, so good. Um, I'm trying to think what other ones I like. Noir is a weird song, but I like it a lot. Never Let Me Go is one that I really liked as well. Us Against the World, I liked that one. Joshie and I've never heard of that song before. Have you guys heard that one? I've literally never heard of it. Queen of Disaster, I love that song. That one went, like, pretty viral on TikTok, I think, so I've heard that a lot lately. Um, so good. On Our Way, I like that. Driving Cars with Boys, that is iconic as well. There's, like, a lot of the like, there's a on the Wikipedia page on her unreleased music, there's a section called Outtakes, and that's all, like, they divide it up by, like, the era. Oh, Kinda Outta Luck, great. I have a feeling Lana might finally win a Grammy for this album. Like, I wonder, the Grammys are so weird, you know? I think it's definitely worthy of winning something, but I don't know, I always feel weird judging, like, an era, in the middle of it. I'm the ki like, all of my video essays that I've done, like, the few I've completed are always, like, a, after the era is, like, over, because I that's when I like to, like, evaluate it. Still hoping that the piano-only version of How to Disappear leaks someday. That song's so good. I think Norman fucking Rockwell is I think it's better. I really like this one, but I feel like Norman fucking Rockwell is, like, so far one of the best ones, especially in terms of, like, what reviewers will look for. Does that make sense? Because I like this one more. Oh, I love the song Hollywood's Dead as well. I don't know if you guys know that one. Sorry to just, like, randomly change the subject, but I really like that one. She has written so many songs. Norman fucking Rockwell is significantly longer, isn't it? It feels longer. Let me see. Norman fucking Rockwell. I think Norman fucking Rockwell is more well-rounded, and I think it's a better album overall, but I really do like Chemtrails. But I don't know. Norman fucking Rockwell is just really good. I come back to some songs on Norman fucking Rockwell regularly, but the the entire album, I just don't. Track listing, there we go. Yeah, Norman fucking Rockwell is, like, 22 minutes longer than Chemtrails, so it's only a couple songs longer, but significantly longer. Lust for Life I still listen to Lust for Life a lot, and Honeymoon, and I guess the thing about Lana maybe I'm alone in this, but, like, in terms of re-listening, I don't re-listen to entire Lana albums all that often. I usually just listen to a couple songs. Like, I don't sit there and listen maybe a little bit for Honeymoon, but I don't often if I'm listening on Spotify, like, go to one album. I just, like, put on all of the Lana songs I have. I don't know. I almost never listen to Born to Die, which is a shame considering how important it was for me. Yeah, I don't listen to it that much as well. Like, every so often, I'll go into, like, a mood where I wanna listen to, like, early Lana, and, like, Born to Die is A plus for, like, if you're driving in the rain, for example, or just looking out a window in the rain, perfect for that. But, yeah, I don't re-listen as much, but maybe I should. Maybe I should sit down and listen to it. I haven't revisited Ultraviolence, which is a shame because I love Ultraviolence. That is I don't know if that's even her best, but it's definitely one of the Lana albums that connected with me the most. The songs that sound most Born to Die playlist. That's interesting. I don't know. All right, guys. Well, I actually have to go. I have to do more work, so I gotta go. But this is fun. I definitely have to keep listening more. Next week, whatever we decide to talk about, I'll update you on if I have any new thoughts. At some point, I have to make my Evermore video. You reminded me that I hadn't done one, so I have to do that, and then, maybe I'll make a video about chemtrails when I'll definitely make a TikTok when I get my vinyl, whenever that is. Urban Outfitters, their shipping time. I ordered so much stuff from Urban, like vinyl, that just I almost forgot about. We can cover Evermore. Maybe I'll try to film my review this week, and then we can talk about it if you want. So yeah, let's plan for. Let me make sure. 26th. Yes, yes, I will be available. So on the 26th, next Friday, we will talk about Evermore. My allergies are, like, acting up, so I gotta bounce, but I will talk to you guys next week, same time, 5:30 Washington, DC time. If there's any mix up about, like, time zones and stuff like that, just look up what time it is in Washington, DC. 5:30. That is when I'll be here. Yeah, have a great weekend as well to you and anyone else who's watching. Feel free to message me on, like, Instagram as well if you wanna, like, continue the conversation. I'm always happy to chat about vinyl. But I'll see anyone who can come next week, and I hope you all have a great weekend. Bye, everyone.